name is Alexandra Di Benigno, and I will be describing to you the European migration crisis. According to the UNHCR, which handles all the refugee and other emergency relations that occur across the world, it is said that up to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 migrations crossed over treacherous waters to go into European countries. These European countries include France, Germany, Greece, and especially Italy. And so today I really want to discuss with the Southern Italians of the group that are really being impacted by these individuals. Who are they? Why are they here? And how can they best help the Southern Italian economy? So for some of you who might not be aware, a lot of these refugees are individuals from specifically Syria, Egypt, Sudan, Morocco, all over the Northern African and Middle Eastern countries that are fleeing from war, famine, prejudice, and many other atrocities. As they cross over, one worker at the UNHCR, Melissa Fleming, says, "The simple truth is that refugees would not risk their lives on a journey so dangerous if they could thrive where they are." And this is truly the case. Many of these refugees call their homelands their homeland, but yet they're trying to make the best of a certain situation. And although they have crossed over and come over to the Southern Italian areas, they are not facing the most hospitable, kindly environments. Actually, recently, The Guardian reported that there's been a crackdown of these different migration homes that have been housing these refugees and how they've been demolished and how people have had to, get kicked out and thus fired from their jobs. So The Guardian, the recent article title is "Salvini Crackdown, Bulldozers Demolish Italian Camp Housing 1,500 Refugees." And this is commonplace. This is happening across Rome and in the southern area. And instead, I want to discuss with you ways that we can interact with these refugees, make a lasting impact, and ultimately help southern Italy flourish. So I think the issue is that we need to stop these atrocities from happening. We need to stop these refugee camps from being shut down, because many of these refugees are ready and they're willing to work, no matter where they are from, whether it's Uganda, Syria, Iraq, etc. They're ready to do whatever job is necessary. What's really well known about Southern Italian culture is that although as a fellow Italian, I am very proud of my Southern Italian roots. I'm very proud of my Catholic roots, my Italian food, all those things. But at the end of the day, we need to get past that Italian pride and instead look at the human impact and how this, makes Southern Italy look overall. It gives a bad reputation to such a kind group of people. And I think that there are ways that we can help these refugees integrate into Southern Italian culture. And some of these ways include enabling them to stay in their refugee homes. Yes, they might not be the best conditions, but that can be worked over with time. However, if we want these refugees to make a lasting impact in the community, they're going to need a foundation. And once they're given that foundation, they will be able to then help the GDP, help the economy, and able to purchase goods. Over the past 7 years, it has been reported that there has been a constant slump in the Italian market. These refugees are actually a good thing because they will be bringing about a rich sense of new culture, new findings, and new monetary value. They'll be able to, purchase goods. However, that can't be done in these conditions. Another way, that we as Southern Italians are very prideful of is our food. And I think a great way that we can interact with these refugees is by hosting these small towns dinner parties, or by hiring these refugees at the various restaurants or agricultural works and let them understand the Italian culture and the Italian food. They can also bring their own twist to it and enrich this amazing blend of multicultural cuisine that would just help not only the citizens of southern Italy and the refugees, but also bring a new place for tourists to go to and a new type of revenue and marketing value that can come in. Northern Italy is doing just fine. There's Milan and all those different cities that are seen as the influx, the place to be. And unfortunately, Southern Italians, my people, are constantly scrutinized. And I think that we can end this by instead bringing together these refugees and opening them up and realizing that we shouldn't demolish their homes, but instead realize, as Melissa Fleming said, that the simple truth is that if they didn't have to be here, they wouldn't be here. And instead, we should take what they have, culture-wise, economic-wise, and instead enable that to flourish the economy and enable them to work better jobs, have a foundation, and purchase these goods. I think this blending and this ability of them to seek that foundation, I think when that's together, they can then integrate themselves more into the Italian culture and overall have a sense of home away from their homeland. It's definitely difficult and it's going to take time, but these things can be done slowly through open conversation, through dinner parties, activities that involve food, because who doesn't love food? If you're an Italian, you love food. So I think these things can be done to help integrate the refugees to finding a little bit of home in southern Italy. Thank you so much.